Oh, we knew this was coming. According to Radar Online, Meghan Markle's been pulling out all the stops to land a role on Kevin Costner's Western epic. So is that why Meghan has been trying her best to get close to Kevin Costner? Well, she wants to get a part in one of his productions. She wants to figure out a way to get him into bed, and she's going to try to convince him that he simply cannot live without her. I do believe that she is desperate for a part in his movie, but I don't believe the rest of it. The rest is just PR nonsense. If anyone is pulling out all the stops, it's WME, not Meghan. I mean, how many times have we heard that she's on the cusp of something? She's on the brink of something. She's so close to signing a big deal. It's going to be worth millions. She's going to be doing this. She's going to be doing that. And then nothing ever happens. According to the report, Meghan left her acting career behind while pursuing a royal romance with Harry, but supposedly she's ready to get back to it. And this time, she's focusing on Kevin Costner's Horizon, an American saga. Meghan and Harry gatecrashed his event a few weeks ago. They paid a visit to his lavish California estate for a 105 charity fundraiser to honor first responders. Insiders allege that in addition to attending events with causes near and dear to their hearts, Meghan has also been working behind the scenes to angle for a leading role in the second half of the four-movie saga, quote, so she can finally embrace her age-old dream of being a queen of the silver screen, end quote. According to a source, Meghan is using the unbelievable new success of her long-canceled series Suits, which is undergoing a revival on streaming, to convince Kevin she's the key to his future success, and he's listening. So reportedly, Meghan is pulling out all the stops because she thinks it will cement her Hollywood comeback in spectacular fashion, according to the National Enquirer. Insiders claim it's going to be just the boost that Meghan would need after so many disappointing ventures, including her failed podcast series. An insider says it's the kind of part that could cement her status as a serious actress. Meghan desperately wants a role in Horizon because it's scheduled to shoot another 2 parts after this production wraps. I seem to remember a few other deals that we heard about. Whatever happened to that deal with Dior? Remember how Meghan was just about to replace a Senate seat left vacant by the passing of Dianne Feinstein? Whatever happened to that? And before that, remember, they were house hunting in Malibu. We heard that Meghan was going to relaunch her old blog, The Tig. We heard that her Instagram account is going to go live any day now. She's going to be in Netflix's adaptation of that book they bought the rights to, Meet Me by the Lake. She's going to be the new Oprah. She's going to buy Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop. I mean, the list goes on and on. The woman certainly is a dreamer, but she doesn't know how to make any of her dreams a reality. And Meghan wants attention. She wants to be recognized as this amazing person when the fact is she's not. Meghan is about as ordinary and average as they come. She's just not all that interesting. And all Kevin really did was show Meghan and Harry a look of disgust. You could tell he didn't want anything to do with them. I mean, they came in so excited to take over, and I'm sure that offended him. Meghan's always got her PR people trying to convince us that she gave up or ditched her acting career for royal life. All right, first problem is Meghan Markle didn't really experience royal life. She was a working royal all of about 18 months? In the eyes of the world, she is not looked upon as a royal. She's just a wannabe. Royals do still have a certain magic. Just look at how people greet William and Catherine when they come to visit. But when Harry and Meghan show up, people mostly just turn away because they don't want to see them. Meghan was also written out of the upcoming Suits season before she even met Harry because she was so difficult on set, and most people were just sick and tired of her demanding and controlling behavior. Nobody wanted to offer her a part in any movie or show. Her pathetic career was already dead in the water, and her reputation was in the toilet because she doesn't have any talent, and she's not willing to work hard, so nobody wanted to work with her. Even that Duchess title has not been enough for her to find the success that she is so desperate for in Hollywood. It's also important to remember how WME started all this. That big deal in China selling baby products, but they were going to be using her kids to sell the products. And for a narcissist like Meghan, oh, that would have been a dream come true. She would love some way to merch those children. Most of these deals that we hear about, though, we see them all over the headlines, and then they disappear without a word. We never find out what happened with these deals. And what is wrong with WME putting all these photos of Meghan out attending a concert of somebody big like Beyonce or Taylor Swift? just hoping that we're going to run around so excited that she was personally invited to be there. Nobody believes that. WME, I think, is about as foolish as Meghan and Harry are. It's important not to listen to the BS Meghan and Harry's PR people put out all the time. You got to take a step back and use your own intuition to figure out the truth. For example, we see all these articles claiming that Kevin is interested. Kevin wants to work with Meghan. No, that's not what happened. You could see the way he reacted to the two of them at his event. He looked totally disinterested. He wasn't afraid to show it. He didn't even respond to Harry's attempt to shake his hand. And he didn't even look at Meghan. He even made that comment about people who came to the event and were asking him how much he paid for his home. There's only one person who was tacky enough to do that. They weren't even invited by Kevin Costner. Instead, WME, because they are the agent for Costner as well, told him this is how it's going to be. Meghan and Harry are coming whether you like it or not. And he didn't really have a choice but to go along with it, because WME will give all the good A-list movies and interviews to somebody else if they do not comply. So even though Costner didn't want to comply, he clearly didn't like it any more than the rest of the people there. WME thought it was a great idea to put those two pariahs on stage when there were so many other people who could have been there and had a right to be there. People were unimpressed, to put it mildly. And Costner was also quoted as saying that he doesn't want to do a sequel to Bodyguard. He only talked about that in a passing thought how it would be. But sequels rarely come up to the same level of the first movie. And let's not forget about Whitney Houston being replaced as a co-star by a Z-list actress, somebody obnoxious and aging who nobody's interested in. It's never going to happen. Maybe WME is trying to make it happen, but it will never happen. Oh, and what about Meghan's book? I thought she was working on a memoir of her very own. And she was going to be a presenter at the Oscars, let's remember. They were in the running for an Emmy. And how could we forget? Meghan didn't sign any NDAs as a working royal, so she can say whatever she wants to say. She's also 43% Nigerian. The people of South Africa were dancing in the streets when she married Harry the same way they did when Nelson Mandela was released from prison. To say this woman is delusional is an understatement. And we're hearing that she's going to be making an appearance in the Kardashian reality show. I mean, who knows if that's true? That might be one that I believe. Or it could just be another rumor that Meghan herself has made up. I'm not a fan of the Kardashians, but I've got to admit, those women do know how to work hard. And they care about family, unlike Meghan. Apparently, personally, Kim's a pretty nice individual. I mean, Meghan Markle, no. According to everybody who has encountered her on a personal level, she is a nasty piece of work. And about this Kardashian deal, I kind of don't think it's going to happen either, because Kim Kardashian just had her birthday. Was Meghan invited? Absolutely not. I would think if they really are planning to work together, they would want to spend time together. And it would seem that they have distanced themselves from Meghan to try to preserve their own careers because she is so incredibly toxic. Oprah, I think, is never going to recover from that interview she did with the liars. She's never going to be able to live that one down, but it's her own fault. And supposedly, Tyler Perry wanted nothing to do with them after the made-up Lilibet christening. Meghan is also very old by Hollywood standards. I mean, she's crazy thinking that she's going to make it or make this comeback over the age of 40. In Hollywood, for a woman her age to experience any success, it's very rare. She also has no talent. She can't sing, she can't dance, she's not charming, she's not a good actress. Everybody already knows what she's all about. So why is she still expecting stardom to just plop down in her lap? It's never going to happen. And the more she plays this game, the more desperate and foolish she looks. And you, do you agree with me? Please let me know in the comments. If you think my video is helpful, don't be afraid to like and share with anyone else who would enjoy it. And please subscribe to Kate Middleton and the Queen channel to support us more and more. Thank you so much for watching, goodbye, and I'll be back to see you all tonight.